Still surprising that these have resale value at all, considering I'm pretty sure they made millions of these by now. YouTube, what is going on, everyone? It's your boy AC back with another video, and today is episode 85 of going from $100 and continuously flipping shoes until we make $100,000. Now, from last episode, from all the buying, trading, selling, and everything in between, we have a grand total of $27,601.98. Only a few $1,000s away from hitting 30,000, which I think will be a new personal best for us, having 30,000 in cash. Now, for everyone wondering, how has it been 85 plus episodes and you have less than $30,000? We have $27,000 in cash and tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars in inventory. So when we add it all up, it's very, very close to that $100,000 mark. Honestly, I'm getting very excited because I know once all this stuff does sell eventually, we will be extremely close to that $100,000 mark. Now, just like the other couple episodes, we're going to go to the malls 3 times this week. However, we're going to condense all of the footage just into one quick little probably 20-30 second montage, so we're not wasting any time here. So with that being said, let's waste no more time, head up to some malls and see what we're picking up this week. Okay, we are back, and just like the other week, we did buy a lot of great stuff, starting with this pair. If you haven't seen it, these are the Jordan 1 High Washed Black. I have a full video going through everything in detail on my channel. Link will be somewhere up here if you're interested in that. But yeah, we paid $246.75, a normal retail pair of Jordan 1 Highs. But just like I said in my review video, these are extremely underrated. And if you want to know if you should hold on to these as an investment stake, go watch that video now. But yeah, coming in this gray, white, and a little bit lighter shades of gray colorway with the red Nike Air logo on the tongue. This is such a clean colorway that you will definitely see a lot of people wearing. And yeah, there's not really much to say about these. Stupidly underrated. Let me know in the comments below, are you picking these up as a personal? Because I've said this so many times, especially in that video. Be on the lookout for people's feet this summer, because I guarantee these are going to be a very popular daily shoe. But yeah, that's not the only thing we picked up this episode. We also got these, the Jordan 4 Thunders. Now, I don't know how we found these in store. Someone must have either returned it for some strange reason, or they had a random restock. Paid $283.50. And yeah, a stupidly nice colorway, just black and yellow. You can't go wrong with that. Plus, the Jordan 4 model, extremely popular at the moment. These should move extremely fast. I don't see these taking that long to sell. I'm not going to be holding on to them as an investment. There's very, very few shoes I think are going to be good investments. And if you stick to the end of the video, I might give you a little inside scoop of what the next investment I'm going to be doing. I should have all the pairs by the next episode, but stick to the end, I'll tell you guys then. And yeah, the Jordan 4 Thunders, something that should move really fast and for a good profit. But we also got these, the Nike GA1 Family Trivia. Not my favorite pair, to be honest, but we got them for retail, $152.25. Do I think they'll move relatively good? Yeah, they're a good basketball shoe. We got them in a size 10.5. And usually in those sizes, we should be able to move practically any hyped up basketball shoe relatively fast. This one should be no different. Is this my favorite colorway of this model? No. Is it the most popular? Also no. But at the end of the day, should still move for some profit, especially because it is, like I said, a size 10.5. The bigger sizes do move faster. Ideally, I would love this to be like a 12 and a 13. Those always move super fast for me. And yeah, this one was a decent pickup. Probably, if I had to say, the worst out of everything we picked up, which is saying a lot because these are pretty good. And yeah, let's move over to the next thing, which is this pair of Jordan 1 Low SEs. Honestly, I love this colorway. It gives me a lot of like Travis Scott vibes. However, We got these a size 8.5, paid $168 for them, and these should move really fast. Every time I see these in store, they always sell out super fast. The resale price isn't super high, mainly because that retail price is extremely high at $168. But at the end of the day, there's always a huge amount of demand for these shoes. That's why I picked these up. And don't be surprised if next episode these have already sold. And I'm not gonna lie, I was debating getting these as a personal. I might wait till one day I find these on sale somehow, but I highly doubt that would ever happen because like I said, these always sell out super fast when I'm in the store. But regardless, we got this pair as well as this pair. The Jordan 14 Laneys. Now this pair, I really like them. For some reason, Jordan 14s are starting to grow on me. I don't have any in the collection yet. Comment down below which pair should I get as my first pair of Jordan 14s. And yeah, the only reason we picked these up because they were stupid expensive once they first released. And these honestly just came out the other week. And we got them on sale for a crazy discount. We got them for $255.15. And I think retail is somewhere between $300. I could be wrong about that, but it's really high. And yeah, we got two size 12s, a shoe that should move really fast because like I said, they just came out, and getting them for under retail, easy profit to be made there. And they are the bigger sizes, two size 12s, another plus for us. I did try to get every single size they had left. I asked them, can I just buy every last pair you have in these? And unfortunately, they only had those last two size 12s left, which I'm not complaining because those are great sizes, but I would arguably like to have as many as I could because I know for a fact I could make a killing off these shoes. But yeah, these are one of the better things we picked up, but we also got this pair. The Jordan 6 Cool Gray. We got them for $204.75. Crazy discounts considering they're $270 plus tax. And yeah, we got two 12s and two 13s. They should move really fast because they are the bigger sizes and we're getting them for under retail. To be honest, this is not a bad pair of Jordan 6s. They've been a lot uglier colorways. However, is it the most in-demand colorway? No, unfortunately not at the moment. But getting them under retail, like I always said, if you can get any Jordan retro that goes on sale, you will most likely 90% of the time be able to flip them for a really good profit. And this pair is no different. You've seen me do this with countless other Jordans that came out, Jordan 6s, Jordan 7s, Jordan 13s, and they always make me a bunch of money. And this pair should be no different. We only got 4 pairs and the bigger sizes, a lot less than what I usually buy. Usually I buy every single size I can. However, this one's a little bit different. It's not as in demand at all. So those are really the only profitable sizes. So that's the main reason I went for them. But other than that, a great pickup. Retros that go on sale always do really well for me. This is the last pair of Jordans or anything other than Nike Dunks because we bought a crazy amount of Nike Dunks this episode. So let's go over the first pair we bought, which is this one. The Nike Dunk Low. I believe this is the Team Gold colorway. We got these for a great deal, $129.41. We got a 10.5 and a 12. Now these are a really great colorway with this like beige / tan colorway. Colorway is very similar to this, and this tan colorway always do really good resale wise. So that's why we picked them up. Plus we got them on sale, which is an even better thing. These ones are definitely going to give us a really nice profit margin. And yeah, even though I said previously like Nike and Jordan hype is dying, getting them on sale like this pair is still a crazy thing to do. Should be able to make some really nice profit. But yeah, that's not the only Nike Dunk we got on sale. We also got this pair. This pair of Nike Dunk Lows. I'm not too sure the exact name of these. If you do know, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, we got them for $142.80. And the resale value on this pair is a lot better than those other Dunks we just went through. However, we only got a size 13. That's the last size they had, which I'm not complaining about. But this colorway is crazy. It's like an all-over denim colorway. On the toe box, there isn't actually any holes in it. As you can see, it's just a bunch of pluses stitched throughout it. And the same thing on the heel, a bunch of pluses. It's a really cool colorway in my opinion. I really like these. But I'm just completely forgetting the name of these. So if you do remember what they are, let me know in the comments below. And the only thing that really sucks about this is once you get them dirty on these white parts, it's going to be so hard to clean it off considering it is this like canvas material. But other than that, these are a crazy pickup. I'm so glad we found these, especially under retail. I think regardless, even if they weren't on sale, I would have picked them up because the resale on them is doing pretty well. But yeah, the rest of these we got for normal retail price, which isn't that bad considering what they are. So we got this pair as well. The Nike Dunk Low Rose Whisper. I believe that's what the colorway is on this one. We got two sizes, a 10 and 9.5 women. That's all they had left, and we paid $152.25 per pair retail price. But I've noticed these are a super hot seller at the moment. Everybody has been hitting me up wanting this pair, so we got two pairs. Unfortunately, that's all they had left. I wish I could have grabbed them more, especially in smaller sizes. Those do really good for the women out there because not a lot of women can wear a size 10 or 9.5 women's, unfortunately. And yeah, this is a super clean colorway. It's been very popular for a hot minute right now, so selling these should be absolutely zero problem whatsoever. A lot of these dunks that we picked up should sell stupidly fast. And yeah, we got two more pairs left, so let's go over them real quick. We got this one as well, the pink paisley dunk low. We got two pairs as well with the exact same price as before, $152.25 per pair. And we got a 6.5 and a 7.5 women, so pairs that a lot of women can wear, which is great. And yeah, it's very surprising the resale on these. I would expect these to have been a lot higher than what they are. So I remember the paisley dunk pack was doing crazy numbers once they first came out, but it seems like they have died off recently, which is very surprising. However, this pair, I don't see it taking that long to sell at all. But yeah, another really popular dunk that we picked up this episode, and the last one is probably the most popular. Now, if you have any guess what that last dunk could be, put it in the comments below. If you win, you'll get pinned down the comments. So what do you think that most popular dunk is that we bought? I'll give you like 5 seconds to, you know, put your answers in the comments below. Okay, and they are this pair, the Nike Dunk Pandas. This should be a no-brainer. Everyone should have got this right. We got two pairs, an 8.5 and an 11. Should move really fast. Got them for retail. Still surprising that these have resale value at all, considering I'm pretty sure they made millions of these by now. And yeah, not that much to say about them. Just some classic Nike Dunk lows. I personally don't have any of these. I don't think I'll ever have a Panda in my collection just because they're way too basic now. You know, everybody is wearing them. I don't know. I didn't really like them in the beginning anyways, and now that every single person is wearing them, I don't know, it just ain't it for me. But yeah, that is everything we picked up this episode. A lot of really great stuff that I think is gonna sell stupidly fast for us, and my camera is just about to die, so let's go over everything we sold this episode, starting with the Nike Offline 2.0 Summit White. We sold the 1311, both of the 10s, the 9.5 9 and the 8.5. Then we sold the Air Force One High 07 SP Billie Eilish Mushroom in the size 12, both of the 10.5s, both of the 10s, both of the 9.5s, all four of the 9s, both of the 8.5s and the 8. Then in the Sequin colorway, we sold a 12, 11, 10.5, 10, 9.5, 9, 8.5, and 8. Then finally, we sold the Jordan Why Not 0.5 in the Bloodline colorway. We sold the 11.5 and the 9.5. And yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna help us because we did spend thousands of dollars this episode, so hopefully we're pretty close to 30,000 this episode. I'm not exactly sure. And now for everyone wondering why we have so little cash compared to episodes, this is the exact reason why. Let's go through everything in our inventory, starting off with the Yeezy 350 V2 in the cream colorway. We got a size 9.5. Then in the Nike Zoom X Vaporfly Next Percent 2 black metallic gold coin, we have two 11.5s, an 11 and 8. Then in the University Gold colorway, we have an 8 and 7.5. Then in the Hyper Violet Flash Crimson colorway, we have a size 10 and 8.5 women's. Then in the Nike J1 Family Trivia, we have a 10.5. Then in the Joker colorway. Then in the Light Bone colorway, we have a size 10.5 and 9.5. Then in the N7 colorway, we have a 12 and 10. Then in the Triple Black colorway, we have a size 7. Then in the Nike Air Max 90 Terrascape Raider Foam Black White colorway, we have two size 10s, two 8.5s, and an 8. Then in the Gore-Tex Photo Dust colorway, we have a size 13, two 12s, three 11.5, two 11s, two 10.5s, three 10s, and a 9.5. Then in the Olive Black Reflective colorway, we have two 13s, a 10, 9, 8.5, and 8. Then in the Recraft Triple Black colorway, we have two 13s and a 10. Then in the M Frank Rudy colorway, we have a 13 and 11. Then in the Tunnel Walk colorway, we have a 13, 12, 11, 10.5, and three 9s. Then in the Nike Air Max 2017 Cool Gray colorway, we have a size 12, 11.5, 11, two 10.5s, two 10s, a 9, and 7.5. Then in the Wolf Gray colorway, we have a size 13, 12, 11, 10.5, and 10. Then in the Binary Blue blue obsidian colorway, we have a size 12 and 11. Then in the pure platinum colorway, we have a size 13, 12, 11, 10.5, 10, 8.5, and 8. Then in the triple black colorway, we have a size 14, 12, 10.5, 3 10s, 2 9.5s, a 9, 8.5, 8, 7.5, and 2 7s. Then in the Air Force One low triple white, we have an 11.5. Then in the reflective swoosh white blue colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Uno colorway, we have a 12, 9.5, 7, 3 6.5s, and a 6. Then in the Next Nature white pale coral colorway, we have a 12, 10, 8.5, and 8 women's. Then in the white black pebbled leather colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the University blue, we have a size 13, 11.5, 11, and 8. Then in the white metallic silver colorway, we have an 8.5. Then in the white chocolate colorway, we have a 10.5 and 8.5. Then in the triple red colorway, we have 3 13s, 5 12s, 3 10.5s, 6 9.5s, 7 9s, 5 8.5s, and 2 size 8. The Air Max 1 crepe brown, we have 2 13s, a 12.5, 12, 3 11.5, 2 11s, a 10.5, 2 10s, 2 9.5s, 2 9s, and 8.5, 3 7.5s, a 6.5, and 6. Then in the George Green colorway, we have a size 8 and 7. Then in the Dirty Denim colorway, we have 2 13s, 2 12s, 2 10.5s, a 10 and 8.5. Then in the Nike Air Max Plus White Pure Platinum, we have a size 10, 9, 8.5, 8, 7, and 6.5 women's. Then in the White Grape Ice colorway, we have 2 13s, an 11, 10.5, 10, 2 9s, and an 8. Then in the Black Silver White colorway, we have 3 13s, 4 12s, 2 11.5s, 3 10.5s, a 10, 3 8.5s, and an 8. Then in the Black University Blue colorway, we have a 13, 12, 11, and 10.5. Then in the white colorway, we have 2 13s, 3 12s, 4 11, and 2 10.5s. Then in the Spirograph colorway, we have a 13, 10.5, 2 9.5s, and a 9. Then in the Photon Dust Varsity Red colorway, we have a size 10.5. Then the Air Max Thea Mid Ale Brown colorway, we have an 11, 8, 3 7.5s, and a 7 women's. Then in the Black Sail colorway, we have a 9, 8.5, 3 8s, a 7.5, and 6.5 women's. Then in the Leopard colorway, we have a 9.5, 8.5, 7.5, and 5.5 women's. Then in the Nike Free RN Black Anthrite colorway, we have a 13, 12.5, 12, 11.5, 10.5, 2 10s, a 9.5, 2 9s, and 2 8.5s. Then in the Black White Ombre colorway, we have a 10.5, 9.5, and 9. Then in the Wolf Gray colorway, we have an 11, 10.5, 10, and 9.5. Then in the Nike Tempo Legend 9 Elite FG Black Metallic Gold, we have a 7.5, 7, and 6.5. Then in the Nike Air Rift Light Bone Honeydew Light Silver Sail colorway, we have 2 9 women's and a 5 women's. Then in the Peach Cream colorway, we have a size 10 women's, 2 9.5s, a 9, 2 8.5s, an 8, 2 7.5s, a 7, and 6 women's. Then in the Just Do It Sail Team Red, we have a 6.5 women's. Then in the Indigo Haze, we have an 8 and 7.5 women's. Then in the Phantom Metallic Gold colorway, we have an 8.5, 9.5, and 2 10 women's. Then in the Terry Swoosh colorway, we have a 10, 9.5, 9, 8.5, and 5 women's. Then in the Light Smoke Gray colorway, we have a 6 and 7 women's. Then in the Arizona State colorway, we have a 13 and 12. Then in the Pink Oxford colorway, we have a 10, 2 9 women's, 2 8.5s, a 7.5, 7, and 6.5 women's. Then in the Next Nature Rift Blue colorway, we have a size 10. Then in the Essential Paisley Pack Barely, we have a size 7.5 women's. Then in the Paisley Pack Pink colorway, we have a 7.5 and 6.5 women's. Then in the Miami Hurricanes colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Gorge Green Midnight Navy, we have a 9.5 women's and 7 women's. Then in the NBA 75th Anniversary Knicks colorway, we have a 10.5. Then in the Next Nature Homer Simpsons, we have a 6.5Y. Then in the 3D Swoosh Gray colorway, we have 2 5.5Ys. Then in the Panda colorway, we have an 11, 8.5, 3 3Ys, and a 2Y. Then in the Team Gold colorway, we have 2 12s and a 10.5. Then in the Rose Whisper colorway, we have a size 10 and 9.5 women's. Then in the Industrial Blue Sashiko colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Deadpool colorway, a 6.5Y. Then in the Anthrite White colorway, we have a size 12, 11, 10, 9.5, and 9. Then in the Jordan Zion 2 Voodoos, we have 3 10.5s and 2 10s. Then in the Jordan 14s, we have the Laney. We have 2 size 12s. Then in the Jordan 13 University Blue, we have 8 13s, 4 12s, 6 11.5s, 6 11s, a 10.5, and 9.5. Then in the black Flints, we have 3 13s, 3 12s, 2 11.5s, 2 11s, 3 10.5s, 2 10s, a 9.5, 9, and 8. Then in the French Blue colorway, we have a 6.5 and 6Y. Then in the Playoff colorway, we have a 7Y, 9.5, 9, and 2 8s. Then in the Jordan 12 Florals, we have a size 7Y, 2 6.5Ys, a 6Y, a 5.5Y, and a 4Y. Then in the Jordan 11 Cherries, we have a size 10, 8.5, 8, 6Y, 2 4.5Ys, 3 4Ys, and 2 3.5Ys. Then in the Jordan 9 Fire Reds, we have 3 13, 6 12s, 6 11s, 11 10.5s, 2 9.5s, 3 9s, 2 8.5s, and 8 and 7. Then in the Jordan 7 Citruses, we have a size 12, 2 11s, a 10.5, and 10. Then in the Jordan 6 Georgetowns, we have 6 13s, 2 12s, 6 11, 2 10.5s, a 10, 2 9.5s, a 9, and 8. Then in the Jordan 6 Chrome Metallic Silver, we have an 11, 10.5, and 2 10s. Then in the Cool Gray colorway, we have 2 13s and 2 12s. Then in the Jordan 5 UNCs, we have 4 size 13s, a 12, and a size 8. Then in the Jordan 5 Low PSG, we have a size 11. Then in the Jordan 4 Midnight Navy, we have 2 size 5Ys. Then in the Seafoam colorway, we have a size 10 and 9.5 women's. Then in the Midnight Navy, we have a 3Y, 2 2Ys, 3 12Cs, and 2 11Cs. Then in the Thunders, we have a size 9. Then in the Marina Blue colorway, in a size 6 women's. Then in the Inside Out Tech Gray colorway, we have a size 10, 8.5, and 8. Then in the Craft Taupe Haze, we have a size 8.5. Then in the True Blue colorway, we have a 13 12, 2 11s, 7 7Ys, a 5.5, and 5Y. Then in the Barely Grape colorway, we have an 8.5 and 8 women's. Then in the Chicago Flip colorway, we have a 9 women's. Then in the Stealth colorway, we have a size 10, 9, 8.5, 8, and 7.5 women's. Then in the Jordan 1 High Taxis, we have 2 7Ys, 4 13s, and a size 8. Then in the Lost and Found colorway, we have a size 1.5Y, 2 1Ys, a 5C, and a 7C. Then in the NYC to Paris colorway, we have a 7.5. Then the White Black Volt University Gold colorway in a 9.5. Then in the Court Purple 2.0, we have a 10.5. Then in the Starfish colorway, we have a 7.5, 7, 2 6.5s, 2 6, a 5.5, and 5 women's. Then in the Washed Black colorway, we have a size 12. And finally, the Jordan 1 High Dior's in a size 9.5. And yeah, as you can see, we have a stupid amount of stuff in our inventory. Plus, we have another secret inventory of shoes that we're holding on to as an investment. Another $10,000 to $15,000 there alone. So we have a bunch of stuff on the sides. But yeah, like I said, camera is about to die. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any of my newest videos. And for everyone wondering what I'm going to be investing in for my new investment, it's going to be some Yeezy slides. So, keep that on the low. Should be out next episode next week. And with that being said, let's find out what our grand total is and roll our brand new tally right now.